Hello and welcome to List Like SEO. So a lot of people that watch my channel know that I've talked about why Reddit results are ranking so well. And quite honestly, Google doesn't want to tell you exactly why the Reddit results, the Quora results, or pages of Quora are ranking so well. But I've said this in a previous video, that is primarily engagement. And my testing shows, one-on-one testing shows, if all things are equal, the website getting the most engagement will rank highest. And I've done this, I've duplicated this during my testing, and I'll also show you a testing when I'm ready to, when I have all the data collected, when I put together a slideshow for you guys. I'll show you exactly how engagement works with the algorithm with increased rankings. There are other factors, but those are not as significant as how much Google has dialed up the engagement factor there. So the more engagement you have, better you will rank. And obviously Google is not going to tell you all this. And there are a few reasons why, because then people will jump out of the engagement bandwagon. Now over here, and that's like a CYL never huge subscriber base. So, if people jump on it, they will jump on it. But it's free information regardless. So I digress. So Lily Ray, who's an SEO and also very active on X, asked Danny Sullivan, who's also a Googler, about why are these results ranking so low? Then why are they ranking for something like weight loss or their how to lose weight, which are primarily heat-related questions. And so normally you would see, predominantly you would see sites like the Mayo Clinic, Harvard.com, and these whole websites would rank for a medical or YMYL term. But instead of that, we're seeing questions from answers from Reddit and Reddit and Quora. So Danny Sullivan replied that a lot of people want to find these answers on Quora and Reddit, and which is why they're ranking it. I'm putting all the screenshots of the conversation on screen so you guys can read through. But this is my 2 cents about this. And he said that just because people want to find these types of results from these forums, we added a forum bot so that people can find these answers, in addition to all the answers that they get from all the regular suspects, like the Mayo Clinic, Harvard.com, and so on and so forth. But then people ask that, people you could just arbitrarily put Reddit in front of your search firm is going to find these answers on Reddit. What about the discussion of weight loss on Reddit? To which, and Danny Sullivan said that, Google is all about making things easier for people to find, which is why, they've done what they've done. And I don't agree with that. In fact, I don't agree with that answer because Google doesn't want to make things easier. Google wants to make things more financially incentivized. And so in the past, they were more incentivized for having websites that have high EAT and high YMYL. So it would be by certified doctors, by, certified people in the medical industry, for instance, in the medical term. But now it's figured out, your average doctor doesn't have the time to write 5-minute articles to rank with that term. And so they kind of pivoted from that. A lot of the information that you see on the so-called medical sites are very outdated. If you want the most cutting-edge information, like let's say like EMS or how to improve muscle definition using electrical stimulation, we're only notifying that on websites that are not run by doctors. Well, let's say that doctors, lawyers, Wall Street bankers, they don't have the time to let a blog. They're not going to start a blog just to make $100 a month or $500 a month. Even $500 a month is not incentive enough. And then the regular Google updates that will crash your site, that's a whole different story. Google realized this, and then they realized, okay, so why not put just Reddit and Quora in there? And so they've not hard-solded this, but what they've done is that they've raised the threshold, or they've raised the bar for how much engagement is required for a website to rank higher. And so as higher the engagement levels, the better the website will rank. And Danny's response was that I would send this feedback back to the ranking team, but then went on to explain why Google currently does this. Now, obviously, he's not going to tell you it's because of engagement, but his thing was that he said, and this is on X, he said, this unit appears automatically if systems think it may be relevant and useful. It's not like someone said, put it first for that particular query, but which I know you understand, but others reading this might not. Why does Google show this often? I know, so some of some of the SEO folks who tend to be vocal on this platform really dislike seeing Google forum content and search results, but actual searchers seem to like it. Well, searchers don't really like it. In fact, searchers that are searching for forum queries can put Reddit after the keyword, and it only takes a few seconds, and we'll see all the Reddit results. If you put Quora, so you go Bitmas Quora, you will see all the results from Quora. And searchers know that perfectly well, so there's no use or there's no point for Google to be inserting these except for, other than the fact to promote high engagement websites or high engagement sites where people are engaging. And the reason for that, in my explanation, is that high engagement often means more clicks on advertising, and that in turn is revenue for Google and revenue for these forums or websites, which are already huge for giants. But apparently, there's just the outcome of raising the engagement level in the algorithm. So, that being said, Google has changed the perspective filter to forums that even tested the web results filter in search. So, they added that some actively seek content, others appreciate that we might show relevant content, including followed blogs, websites, whatever, as part of the results set overall. It's similar to other things. If you search for some news event, people generally don't expect to type in the topics and add news at the end. They expect to show more news-related content naturally. Same thing with forum content. If you're looking for help, for example, and why their smart window blinds are disconnecting from the app, they may appreciate what the manufacturer has to say, what some blogger that has a review that might say, as well as what people who have used it and searched on the forum have to say. There's a real example I did yesterday on the forum results. I solved my issue, but I wouldn't have thought to name my particular forum to get there. Now, the problem with this example is that this is not a neat question. This is more of a question for DIY. It's not a medical question. Also, with the DIY, you don't really need heat. If you're a carpenter, have 10 years of carpentry experience to answer a carpentry-related question. If you know the answer, you cannot be a carpenter or still answer the question. And so I see there was a problem with Dennis Silver's response to this. And then after that, when people pushed him more on this, he said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and share this with our search team, fix this problem. If this is seen as a problem. Now, a little bit of a shadow of doubt, it's not that Google doesn't know about this. Google obviously does know about this. And so this is the Danny Silver's way of, kind of like killing it or calming it down, if you may. But at the end of the day, there's not going to be any real change made to search, especially because now Google wants these forums to surface, at least for now. This may change a year later, 6 months later, but for now, that is what the algorithm is doing. And I see a lot of websites losing their position and forums getting those positions that they've lost for no apparent reason. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this, and is forums are showing for your search query, or the search query you're targeting for your website. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.